Next up, at UFC Kansas City, we have a brand new matchup that spawned from some wild controversy. We got Evan Elder taking on Gage Young. Evan Elder, 9-2 in his career, 3-2 in his last 5. He is riding back-to-back wins, and he's taking on Gage Young, 9-2 in his career as well, 4-1 in his last 5, and he is making his short notice UFC debut. And the reason he's making his short notice UFC debut is Evan Elder's original opponent decided to step out and have inappropriate relations with an underage child. So hopefully he is cut into pieces and then buried under an arena somewhere and never to be heard from again. But that did give Gage Young his opportunity in his UFC shot. It's not his first shot. He was on the Contender Series, did not win that fight, went to the regional scene, won a fight there, and then got the late notice call-up, which is as good of an opportunity as most of these people are going to get. Gage is a pretty well-rounded prospect. He's got solid technical striking, decent wrestling as well. He does a good job managing distance before finding his openings with the wrestling. When he shoots takedowns, he does a decent job cutting angles and reshooting if he doesn't get it off the first rip. He's not particularly powerful, but he is busy. He is well-rounded enough to get wins, and he's coming off that regional win, which earned him this short notice call-up. He's taking on Evan Elder, talented guy, pretty good everywhere. He's got that loose striking. His hands are heavy. He's got heavy leg kicks. He's got good punching combinations as well. He has nice takedowns, and I did wish he used them a little bit more, but they are there. When he hits the mat, he stays very composed. He will methodically work for control while still managing to land strikes. He got solid submission defense as well. Overall, a very good fighter who's coming off that submission win over Darius Flowers. Listen, I don't know why this line is tightening. I have no idea why people are betting on Gage in this matchup. Evan is good. I think Evan dominates here. Evan was the guy who was already on this card, who had the full fight camp. Evan was a guy who has had very good wins in the UFC, and one of his losses to Nazim Sadikov is when, I'm thinking of the right fight, right? When he was the underdog lock of the week and the ref stopped it because of the cut.
Yeah, and he was up 2-0.
Yeah. And Nazim is very good. I don't know why this line is tightening. Evan is the pick. I think Evan is unbelievable value at 2-1 against a guy who lost on the Contender Series, who's stepping up on 4 days' notice when Evan's the one who had a full fight camp and has proven he can win fights at this level. Evan's the pick. This is the best value you're going to get on this card. Do you agree with me, Jacob?
Yeah, I like Evan here. I'm biased. I'm a big fan of Evan. Always been a fan. My lock of the week. There's some lock of the weeks that kind of stick with you as far as like you could just tell like that was just a great call. And that was the Evan Elder fight. I love Evan Elder. I got the chance to meet him last time I was at the Apex. And like the nicest, most genuine dude ever. Even like DM me on Instagram afterwards and was like, "Hey, nice meeting you." I was like, "It's crazy. He's a nice guy." It feels like they're kind of the same person, but Evan is just the more experienced, refined fighter. I mean, Gage Young they're both just kind of, can do everything, but the master of none type of situation. They're just very, very good fighters, but Gage in there still looks a little bit green, a little bit blocky, a little bit tight, where you're going to see, I think, the difference in the striking is the fluidity with Evan. And then if Evan wants to shoot a takedown, he should be able to get a takedown. You're going to see the experience level there on the ground as well. So even if it gets into like a weird situation, Evan's he's a tough dude. And I think he wins the fight.
Yeah, I mean, agreed on all fronts. I don't understand why the odds are tightening. Like, people saw minus 250 and they're like, no, I'm going with Gage. And I understand if he was like a touted Contender Series prospect. Let's say he had a couple of Contender Series wins and just didn't quite get that UFC call-up yet. No, he lost on a Contender Series. And the guy he lost to lost in the UFC. So it's not even through osmosis.
I think he won.
No, the dude with the crazy name?
The Qualid. Yeah, he smoked that dude.
Yeah. Salt Kid? Oh, that's right. You're right. Yeah. But I don't know. The line movement is what's surprising here. Obviously, Gage is a talented kid, and it's not like Evan's got 50 fights under his belt. But I don't know. I bet on him. I've got bets on Evan.
We just saw Nazim look really, really sharp and get that win. Evan and Nazim are basically like best friends. They fought, but now they're training together and stuff, and I think they're great for each other. I think they're really pushing each other, and I think you're going to see a really impressive Evan Elder.
Yeah, I agree. I think this is a get the odds while they still exist type of bet here. When you come off of a week off, it takes a little while for people to get back into the rhythm. They enjoyed not watching fights or they hated not
I
watching
mean, it's
fights.
half off from Joselyne Edwards.
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's a great point. Your deadpan delivery has me questioning, like, am I the retard? Did I say something? So then I was like, oh no, he's making my point. So it's a hard read. So I agree with you. I don't know what he's going to close at. I would have bet my life he would have closed at minus 600, but that does not seem to be the trend. I do think it'll rebound, but I don't think it's going to be nuts. So get on him while you can. $9,400 in DraftKings Fantasy. That price is locked. That's how DraftKings works. They don't care. You could be the biggest favorite the card has ever seen, and then they swap your opponent out for Brock Lesnar, and you will remain that price point. So he was locked in at $9,400 originally. He will remain $9,400. And I think this is an easier fight. Did you break down his last opponent or no? That dropped before you got to it. I think that dude was 12-1. This is an easier fight than that was. Anyway, Evan Elder's the pick across the board, $9,400 in DraftKings Fantasy. That's a lot of money you're going to need to finish. I might deep dive that one a little bit. I don't know if Evan will get a finish, but I certainly think he's going to dominate here. And if you want to check out the bets we do have on this fight, which they do exist, check them out now at WeWantPicks.com. There's a little button at the top. You click Become a Member. It'll charge you $10 freaking dollars, and you'll have access to literally everything on that website.